Welcome back to the channel, guys. Another exciting tone video today. We'll try to get close to David Gilmour's tone from the Time solo, not specific to Pulse or the recording or something. So this was requested quite a few times, so I thought I'll just show you the tone that I use personally. It's not the closest, but it gets the job done. Now, before we go further, we have loads of Stomp tone videos and other tone videos and lots of guitar related stuff. And in our videos, I tend to use sometimes the original clipping of the songs to do a comparison and also play the solo to the best of my ability, which means YouTube takes down the videos or it gets copyright stuck. But I do it for fun, so we're all here to have fun. The channel is not monetized, it's a new channel. So the only way you can help us is actually by hitting that subscribe button and the like button, if you find it useful, that is. So with that out of the way, let us look at the tone. Before we go into the tone, I want to talk something about the guitar. Though I'm using a Fender Strat with the David Gilmour pickup set, which has this SPC and EXD control. We'll talk more about the control later. But the general observation is there are two anomalies that I follow when it comes to David Gilmour tones. Number one, the distortion pedal. People swear by Big Muff for Gilmour tones. I use the Rat. The Rat actually gets a better job done for me. I'll leave links for a couple of videos where I've done that comparison for Comfortably Numb, for Money, for Sorrow, where actually Rat outshines the Big Muff drastically. So check it out. But if I look at Gilmourish, which is a site which I think if you're a Gilmour fan you would know, they talk about Dave actually refitted his Strat with a Gibson humbucker and was experimenting with tones. That explains the DG20, right? I mean, he came out with that ability of a single coil sounding like maybe a humbucker with the treble and the bass boost at the same time. So that's up to you. It sounds great both on a single coil as well as a humbucker, this particular tone. And I recently did a video of how what I did to upgrade my Squier Affinity Telecaster, where I played the same Time solo using the same patch in Affinity Tele. I'll leave a link. Now, when it comes to the pedals, they talk about a color sound power boost, the first phase, builds an echo rec, and everything going into a high watt. Now, what I have done here for the tone, I'm going to put screenshots of all the various pedals that I used on the Stomp for you to see what settings I've used. The only change is the delay is slightly, the mix has been increased because I double tracked the second portion of the solo to achieve a more thicker and a muddled kind of a sound. What I'm doing here on the tone is I'm using the Kinky Boost. First pedal, I'm using the Rat, as I told you. I find the Rat much more closer to David Gilmour's tone. I'm going in, instead of the Binson Echo Rec or using any form of echo here, I'm actually using the duck delay, which is nothing but the TC electronic delay, which Gilmour uses live. A weird thing which I've done is I put the vibe in front of the amp and after the delay. So if you look at the solo, it kind of swirls, and to achieve that effect I put the delay first and put the vibe in delay and the vibe in front of the amp, and basically kept the amp slightly driven with a little bit of a bass boosted so that everything gets blended nicely. I'm using a Mesa, Ownhammer Mesa impulse response with the high watt, because I found that the compression that I was looking for was not coming from any of the high watt impulse responses or the high watt cabinet simulation which comes with Stomp. I'm using the LA Studio Comp, which is the best compressor in the whole HX Stomp series, and that's pretty much it. And the reverb, basically what you hear when I played it in the start, I'm actually using the Lexicon reverb. For some weird reason, I really love the Lexicon reverb. So I use the reverb post, and of course I double track the second part of the solo. So what I've done in the second part of the solo is I tracked once, when you saw me playing with the neck pickup, because a lot of David Gilmour solos are blend of these two pickups, but in this I'm blending these two pickups differently. It's not a combination. I recorded this first and then I double tracked with only the middle. So that gives that kind of is giving me a little bit of a better sound in my opinion. It was just an experiment which I ran. So that's pretty much the tone. So enjoy yourself, guys. Try the tone out, and if you find it good, let me know. If you find it bad, please correct me. As I told you, this is an experimental tone. I'm not trying to hit any actual tone comparisons here. It's just a tone which I use. So have fun, rock on, and do hit that subscribe button. Thank you.